on a few holidays would be too much for him to handle. Fortunately, Caleb had Tim handle it using his technique because he had great counsel to provide, as he had been through the same thing with Miranda and Shane, because disputes and anger only make things worse and could ruin Caleb and Cassandra's relationship. Tim suggested that Caleb try communicating with Cass in a peaceful and non-aggressive manner. Amy had no idea that Caleb needed a supportive friend since their relationship hasn't really gotten back to normal after Caleb kissed her in episode 6. Tim had informed her that Caleb was going through a tough time. Nevertheless, Amy remained unfazed and continued to stand by her best friend. Afterwards, she approached Caleb. Tim and Amy expressed their concerns about Carson becoming engaged in his parents' legal battle following the event, but Caleb insisted on doing so. The prospect of losing custody of Carson was too much for him to handle, so he chose to oppose Cass. Despite Tim's cautions that her action was vengeful, that she was fortunate to have a job in British Columbia, and that he could stay a part of Carson's life outside of the legal system, Caleb felt compelled to take Cass to court. He even asked Amy to be his character reference in his pursuit of full custody of Carson. Caleb was furious and told Amy and Tin at the gallery opening celebration that he was transferring to Canada when he abruptly left the rodeo school, despite CBZY at Cass for treating him unjustly. He apologized to Tin after he lost his job, but Tin informed Caleb that there was no need to apologize because he was doing what was best for his child. However, after Tin had left, Caleb took Amy off guard once more by revealing that he planned to leave tomorrow to aid Amy in picking Carson's new school. Amy did, however, explain to Caleb her regret at being stunned, as well as her desire for his presence on his way out of the celebration. To express his regret for bringing down the miss following CB's painful parting, everyone said their goodbyes respectfully at the gallery door. Caleb and Amy exchanged one more embrace before he went, and Amy saw him leave. Will Kerry James leave the show permanently as a result of this? I don't know, because neither the show nor any of the actors have made any official announcements. However, the fact that some of the characters have made guest appearances on the show on occasion throughout the years shows that if they are still around, whoever Caleb is, they may still have the option to do so. Jessica and Lou's long-awaited gallery opening, which had been developing since episode 3, finally took place in this episode. The episode began with a scene of Lou and Jessica finishing up the gallery. Jessica seemed to pay little attention to Lou's jive as she prepared the gallery for public display, despite the fact that Lou had joked her about leaving her behind and left her to do the renovations alone, but Jessica couldn't afford to lose the gallery. Despite the fact that they had not yet had a thorough discussion or made a final decision on the cafe concept at the far wall where Lou had set up the cart tables and cafe, Lou presented Jessica with a fully stocked cafe the next morning at the gallery. Jessica's developing dissatisfaction with Lou was intended for a famous artist Jessica was subsequently attempting to recruit. Jessica asked Lou for his honest opinion on the gallery after his hesitant half-answer on an opportunity to exhibit local artists and attract tourists to Hudson. Jessica reminded him that the gallery is much more than just a location to display her artwork after obtaining the funding. Jessica feels that the gallery will serve as a gathering place for a diverse range of artists. Furthermore, despite the fact that Lou grasped Jessica's perspective after hearing her explanation, her dissatisfaction was palpable. When Lou informed Jessica that the cafe would be closed, Jessica was taken aback by the revelation that Lou had genuinely abandoned her. Lou then left and returned home. Lou visited the exhibition to express her support for Jessica. Jessica was concerned about Elle's speech from the start. She emerged moved and, to be honest, a little befuddled, so Lou realized that she should have informed Jessica sooner. Jessica approached her and voiced her disbelief at Lou's remarks. Lou stated unequivocally that she left the gallery in search of something more significant, not because Jessica didn't want to indulge in the complete cafe experience and that she needed more time for it to happen. Jessie.
Her dissatisfaction was obvious. Jessica was taken aback when Lou informed her that the cafe would be closed. Lou then left to return home. Lou came to the exhibition to show her support for Jessica. Jessica was concerned about Elle's speech from the outset. She emerged moved and, admittedly, a bit befuddled, so Lou stated that she should have informed Jessica sooner. Jessica approached her and conveyed her surprise at Lou's remarks. Lou made it obvious that she left the gallery in search of something more profound, not because Jessica didn't want to indulge in the complete cafe experience and that she needed more time for it to happen. Jessica had a better understanding of the lost motivat of beef stew with Jack's image on it. Fred Garland persuaded Jack to provide more Heartland beef goods in an effort to boost sales, one of which being the beaks in a can, but Jack was not convinced since he thought the concept was too desperate. Not only did Tim despise it, but he also believed they couldn't since Jack and Tim couldn't reasonably assure that the canned foods were of great quality. Lou had naturally heard about dirt motorcycles by now, but Katie's strategy to pay for her bike remained a surprise to her. When Katie told Lou she was going to sell the jewels to obtain a dirt bike, Lou remained calm. When Katie apologized for not paying the whole amount due, Lou told her that she understood. Lisa was so confident in Katie's ability that she offered to lend her the money she was certain she needed to manage everything on her own. Katie astounded her mother when she entered her room just in time for the exhibition's opening, despite the fact that Katie's mother Lou was understandably mystified about how the necklace came up in her room when he expressed concern about her behavior. Ellie and Brandon could be her friends even if she didn't have a dirt bike. She realized the only reason she started riding dirt bikes was to appease her friends who she thought would reject her if she didn't. While she enjoyed the pastime, her heart really belonged to riding. It was Katie's point of view that Lou could also see they were on somewhat better terms as they parted ways than when they first met. In fact, she complimented her daughter for recognizing her without asking. Lisa inquired about Jack's well-being. "I was just amazed," he replied. But Jack's facial expression belied his actual health, and the idea of the following episode implies that Jessica would be attempting to mend a breach with Jack, therefore I feel it's related to this photo. If you enjoyed this video and want to stay up to date on our latest material, please consider subscribing to our channel. Click the like button. Share it with your friends and subscribe to receive updates by clicking the bell button. Thank you for watching.